if like Superman had like an origins that where he was born on Earth, but then turned into like this like taken John Wick killer assassin, this movie could possibly be that film. The Accountant is the latest movie that is directed by Gavin O'Connor, with which he had Jane on Got a Gun this past year, but that really doesn't count. So this is his first movie in a long time since Warrior, and Warrior was an incredible movie, and he's coming off of that with this one, and stars a terrific cast: Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Berthel, John Lithgow, Jeffrey Tambor, but centers mostly on Ben Affleck's character, who is this like autistic accountant who does, like numbers. He's really good at it since he's autistic, for people that, whether they're good or bad, and finds them the certain amount of revenue, exchange, all those people that do like kind of like stocks, kind of like money, he's in charge of that. But then on the other side, he's also this kind of like trained killer assassin who, like, if people mess with him, or if he needs to like kind of do something, he'll go do it, and he is a badass at it. He's not gonna take any excuses. He knows what he's there, and bam, he takes the trigger, and you gotta watch out, because if not, you're out. And really, what is the best part of this movie is Ben Affleck, his character. Oh my god, you can tell. We get origins a little bit with him, and you start realizing a little bit more what went on, and the character he is. Oh my god, you care for him. Someone, it's just this very little, like, the characteristic of him that was created around was so good as like a little kid who, he's a good kid, but he has this, form of illness, of autism. And for those who know how autism is, it's just, it's the certain pattern of lifestyle you live in, and it sometimes could take you over, and if you don't know how to control it, it really can mess you up. And seeing this boy go through it, and then not having a stable family, a relationship with his mother and father, and his father trying to push him, he later becomes into the Ben Affleck character we see now, where he's still that little kid, but he's kind of progressed now. Like, he's learned how to cope with it. Sometimes you feel like, he's reverting back to it, but he has these methods. Part of the autism, he, like, instead of it controlling him, he uses it now as per his job as the accountant, and also as that, accountant sniper who needs to take out whatever person is on his, task. An amazing performance by Ben Affleck. Seriously, he channels this so well. I don't look at Ben Affleck. I look at him as the character he's playing, Christian Wolf, and he did a good job playing that role, and just embodying how an autism is. He nailed it for most of the part, and you want to see him be likable. You want to see him have friends, and from time to time you'll probably crack a joke, and you can see him try to come out of like his shell and be something he's not usually is. And it's just those things that make you seem like, yeah, he's a nice person, and he wants to have a normal life. But when the tough gets going, he needs to get his hands dirty, and to get this stuff. And it's just something that's been in him already, channeled into him already. J.K. Simmons is in this. As always, J.K. Simmons kills it. A little bit underutilized, but he's there then to make up for the minimal time you kind of gets at first. Anna Kendrick, you kind of feel like wondering why she's here, but she has a purpose. She was almost borderline like this is like one of those characters, the females, that you don't need, like, in a way where she's only there to serve the purpose for the male, and at times she is kind of there for that, but also she defends herself. She stands ground when she needs to, and you don't think with like how she looks, but no, when she needs to kick ass, she kicks ass. There are other plots that are going around with this movie, with like, Ben Affleck's character, kind of growing up, having different mentors, and also, for what he also has to do, serve for other people, try to get them out of this hole they got dug in with the numbers. Also trying to find out other people who he is. And for the most of the part, all the story was interesting. Some parts I felt like it was a little bit worn out, but there were other parts that were still more interesting, like the action sequences. Those kicked ass. When those came on, those for sure delivered. There was a great movie in there, but it was a really good film. And then there were some things I just didn't expect that would have gone on through the film, and I, give great acclaim for that. Like, I liked how, I wasn't expected this, and it was good seeing this turn of events. I was kind of wondering what happened, and then I understood and why. So overall, this is a good drama with kick-ass action sequences, and I had a good time with The Account. I'm gonna have to give it an A-. Let me know, guys, what you thought of The Accountant. Did you guys love it or hate it? Let me know what your favorite Gavin O'Connor, Ben Affleck film. And as always, Rolling Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.